I'm excited. It's a happy day. I have to be quiet because I have a surprise for my husband today. If everything goes as planned, we will take a nice country drive down to a place called Jordan Valley, and we will spend the day looking at nature, the geese, the swans, the fish, the salmon, and enjoying that. Then at a certain point, about 3 o'clock, I'm going to say, let's take a walk. And we're going to walk over to an RV. And then I'm going to go in the RV because I have rented the RV for the night. So we're actually spending the night. And one reason I'm doing this is not only for the element of surprise and fun and inserting some memorable days into a senior's life, my senior, his senior, but also I'm the designated driver from here on in. Stanley's no longer allowed to drive because of his Lewy body diagnosis. So I thought, I don't want to drive 2+ hours to someplace to have a picnic, to turn around and come back the same day. So we spend the night. So I've been secretly putting extra clothes, medication, things like that into the car that we're going to need. Because I know when I say, surprise, we're staying the night, he's going to say, well, we can't. Anyway, I'll be recording this. Well, here we are. Lovely country drive instead of the big highways, which apparently saves time. And it's too cool. So we're trying to stay warm inside our vehicle with the hatch open. So I talked with Tasha. She's going to come over with her little RV unit, whatever they call it, these little 4-wheel units, and drive us over to the RV. And that's when I'm going to spring the surprise on Stanley. It's cooler than we expected, so we're actually going to get to go in to the RV early. So that'll be fun. Are you warming up? A girl who's only been there for 1 week. It's a new job for her. And Tasha. Did RVs and stuff. And
I do.
Had a little peek as to what they're like and imagine what it'd be like to stay in one and maybe even live in one.
Oh, live in one, you have to have a big box.
Nice, eh? Would you like to stay in a place like this?
Yeah, it'd be okay for a holiday visit.
For a little holiday or... So guess what? We're staying here tonight.
Yeah, you're funny.
No, this is true. It's true. I already booked it. Surprise. Surprise, I had booked it about a month ago, I guess.
We don't have the stuff with us.
Yes, we got everything. So, let me tell you the story of our little trip. So I had a big surprise for Stanley. And he thought we were just coming down to Jordan Valley for a picnic for the day. And it's just under a 2-hour drive. And my goal was that we're going to come for this picnic. Excuse me, just burped. We're going to come for this picnic. And then I'm going to tell him, surprise, we don't have to drive home because we've got this RV that I rented, which I had planned like for over a month. And then, so we were enjoying the RV and the fireplace and everything. We went for a nice long walk into town, visited our favorite winery, Cave Springs, came back, and I saw all this water on the floor in the RV. So then Stanley said, we need to contact the manager, and it was after hours. It was after 5, and I thought maybe she's not around. But so I sent an email anyways, and she came right away. How nice. She is an amazing, amazing person. Her name is Tasha, and she's the manager of this place, has been for years. So she came and she sorted it out and found out that there was some kind of broken gasket or whatever. So the water was coming into the RV. So she had to turn off the water and a part would need to be ordered or whatever to fix it. So then she said, I have a cottage I can move you into if you're willing to move. And I thought, I could do this. In my mind, I was already starting to organize, get this, because we had everything set up, the bedding, the kitchen area. Okay, so, and then she helped us. So we moved everything over to the cottage, which we're in now. The lovely cottage. And the only thing was the stairs. We had to be very careful on the stairs, but basically we survived the night, didn't we?
Sure did.
Anything to add?
No, it's just when we found we were locked out.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, then I inadvertently locked the door, and it was a keyless entry. You punch in a code. And in our, not rush, but in our time of setting up all the stuff, which Tasha helped us, she made our bed up and for us and everything. We forgot to ask her for the code, so we were locked out. So then, Stanley, what'd you do?
Well, I thought maybe some of the neighbors close by have at times lost the code, and some might know it, so I'll check it around. So I knocked a few doors, and the second one, I'd worked with a girl who worked here, and I'd memorized the code. And so she came down and bingo. But it was a bit of a stress. I mean, we were about an hour or so without any way to get in.
Yeah, that was 9 o'clock.
And anyway, we got in and turned the heat on. And eventually, had a good night's sleep.
You did?
Cozy and warm, because we had a cuddle at night, if you can believe the connotations of that gorgeous idea.
I'm still menopause, so my heater's always going on. I was actually too hot, and you were good.
I was what?
You were good. You were warmed up.
Was I? Yeah.
Okay, well, that's our story. So, this is a great place to come if you like to fish, because there's salmon in the river. And we didn't see as many geese as we usually do, but birds galore and lots of Baltimore Orioles. I love seeing this orange bird flitter by, just there goes another one. Anyways, we've come here several times, and this is the first time we've ever had any adventure like this, so it's been lots of fun.
There's the one with a hat on his head. With a hat on his head. With a hat on his head.
At the top of the hill, we arrive at the winery. And there's a lovely hotel and restaurant right across the road. A lot of times we've actually sat out in this patio and enjoyed what do they call it? Charcuterie? It's a very quaint town. Yes.
Went up to some rock face or something, and then made the steps on it.
Yep.
Eventually.
That's a big, deep valley down there. I find going downhill a little bit harder on my knees. more pressure, I guess.
Yeah, it's harder in the legs for sure.
After the hike, we had a great relaxing time sitting out on the deck. Yeah, there was a deck attached to the RV. It was really nice. And everything was going well until I went back into the RV and I noticed this leak, this water pooling all in the floor. And it was coming from a bedroom in behind the TV and fireplace area. So the story is the manager decided to move us to a cottage. And I knew that there was a small cottage, but they put us in this really big cottage, which I thought was really nice. In fact, it is really nice. So we have way more space than we needed. That's the bathroom in there. I just showed you the kitchen. There was a little nook there to sit and curl up and read, and there was a wood-burning stove. Here's the dining room area. I like the way they set everything up. On back is a patio, and then you're very close to the pool. I like the living room area, the accent wall. The only thing was the stairs. The stairs were very steep, but we managed them. There was a railing on the side, and we just held on to the railing and made sure we took our steps carefully. So, this was our little cottage. And I had inadvertently locked us out at one point. But Stanley went to the rescue and found somebody who knew what the code was. They used to work there, and they now live on the property. That's the extra little living room in there. There's the little nook for sitting, and you could have your breakfast there if you wanted. There are chairs that you can move in around that table. That's the bathroom, and then the kitchen. And I'm recording this at nighttime when we were just setting everything up. House. That's the kitchen. Nice, lovely kitchen. Lots of stuff. All the amenities. Nice full fridge. Stove. Lovely living room with a little fake fireplace. TV that we can't get to work, but no problem. We have Wi-Fi, and we're gonna watch the Blue Jays game. I like all the little touches. The accent wall back there, it's lovely. Say hello, Stanley. Don't say hello, Stanley, just say hello.
Hello, whoever you are.
There's our steep stairway. And this is the morning after now. Just before we decided to pack everything up and head back home. But it was a good night's sleep. I was too warm actually. Stanley was a bit cold, so we evened each other out. There's 2 bedrooms, 3 beds upstairs, and it's in their attic rooms. The ceilings slope a little bit on the sides.
Any more stuff to put on? Any more stuff?
The cottage is fully stocked, but we still used our camping items. Our French press, our little kettle, our mugs. I don't know, I just decided I wanted to do that instead of having to wash up somebody else's dishes. We made good use of the porch that stretched around the house. And we sat out there last evening and had our glass of wine and watched the sunset. And then in the morning, well, we just came out and said hello to some of the birds. There are a lot of Baltimore Orioles around, and this one little Oriole kept coming and picking the fluff from the cattails and taking it to her nest. We both enjoy bird watching, and we have an app that identifies all the birds that are singing and calling out in the air, and it shows us a picture, and then if we want, we can get more information about it. Well, the best laid plans of Susan and Stan.